This is a case of journalists, quite understandably, finding fascinating all the details of diplomatic exchanges, but some of them, particularly Mr. Hastings, not having a very firm grasp of what the diplomatic community is all about. If governments in the rest of the world don't believe that when they share information with the United States government that can be kept secret, they're not going to tell us certain things. That's simply a fact. And it's not a criticism of Mr. Hastings to point out that in other cases where sources have been revealed or other governments have chosen to do things differently, actions, operations, policies can't be pursued. The State Department is trying to solve issues peacefully most of the time. And this anti-war organization somehow got all confused in what it was doing when it got access to all these documents, and has basically put all the diplomats who've done all this hard work, talked to human rights workers, talked to foreign governments, and wrote it all down as their job, and everyone now is looking at it. That's not a good thing for the United States, Larry. It's a bad thing for the United States.
I have a pretty clear idea how things go in diplomatic circles, and I've been a first-hand witness of failure of diplomacy many times over the past few years. I'd like to point out that protecting the King of Saudi Arabia, one of the most authoritarian regimes in the Middle East, and sort of concocting a scheme so he can lie to his population to protect our interest, and then doing the same thing with Yemen, as Daniel Ellsberg mentioned, to sort of cut these backroom deals where these authoritarian leaders are lying to their population on our behalf, is the most undemocratic thing one can imagine. And I think trying to smear WikiLeaks as anti-American this or that totally misses the point. This is an organization that supports democracy, that supports freedom, and supports transparency. And when WikiLeaks breaks stories about China and Russia and other governments, we applaud them. And I think we have to hold ourselves to the same standards. And I don't think that the fallout that's being claimed about the damage this is going to actually come to pass, as it hasn't in the previous two cases with Iraq and Afghanistan.
I don't want to gang up on James. You want to make a quick point, Daniel, and then James can respond.
What is the secret that runs through a lot of this diplomatic, and actually it is something for the public to know, is how sensitive the various countries, not only Yemen, but really a number of countries in the Middle East, especially Muslim countries, how sensitive they are that we keep the secret that they're helping us, that they're working with us. Now, why does that have to be secret? Because their population is very opposed to their helping us, which puts quite a damper and a constraint on our ability to deal with the war on terror. We need their cooperation. Why is their public so opposed to it? Because we are pursuing wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, which I have to say to Jamie Rubin, I am as outraged by as I ever was about Vietnam. Indeed, the Iraq War was a clearly blatant case of aggression, a crime against the peace. It was outrageous that Americans were involved by their leadership in that. The escalation in Afghanistan is as foolish, unwise, reckless, irresponsible. Michael Hastings put it very well. Whatever Assange did or will do in the rest of his life, or Bradley Manning, can't compare in the recklessness and irresponsibility of these administrations.